That continued. So, you know, you see these headlines, is Germany rethinking? Because they're not rethinking. They're done with nuclear. We're not having this conversation in 1972. It's like here in Utah. The sun shines 300 days a year. One of the sunniest places on earth. How about Nevada? How come they're not all solar? Remember when Nevada used to be able to sell their solar back? Who blocked that? Utah! California producing 200% more solar a day than they can use. This conversation is not 1970. This conversation is in 2021. So Obama and crew, why does the United States government, left and right, Trump did it, Obama did it, on the heels of Fukushima, all in with these nuclear energy imperialists? Why are all the imperialists pro-nuclear energy? If you don't believe that's true, the definition of imperial, I mean, billionaires who pay no taxes, Bezos, Musk, Gates, why are they all into this SMR fairy tale? Because that's what it is. Free money, and they're addicted. There's never enough. It's never enough. So everybody said this for years and years and years and years and years. As Germany goes, Europe goes. Spain says no. Italy. Now as Italy goes, it'll go. Remember when Westinghouse and GE rolled back into town in 2012, says we're going to restart the nuclear reactors, and the mob kneecapped them? So they put it to vote 95-5. Says, fuck you, get out. You know, Austria's the greatest anti-nuclear there ever was. Denmark, Norway, they all say no. France, you're going to bow to France. Dream on, dreamer. Well, I'll say this. The world, and this is a fact, jacks. As California goes, the world will go. Get your big little NUKIE can. Kevin Blanch kicked over that freaking domino at Sinanofer. It's the greatest grassroots piece of activism in history. Oh, I kicked those pillars down. We started that domino effect at Sinanofer. Gary Hedrick, Gene Stone, Donna Young, Donna Gilmore, Ace Hoffman, old Donna, the old Abalone Coalition who taught me. TikTok, Diablo Canyon, shutting down next year, nuclear free. And I like how you're all bitching about the waste sitting at Sinanofer. I'm working on that. Getting a sent to all my nuclear exes. They live in Texas. Probably come to Idaho the way it looks. Idaho says they can send it. What about the nuclear waste that's sitting on site at Humboldt? What about the nuclear waste that's sitting on site at Rancho in Sacramento? What about that waste? How come you don't talk about that one? Can't raise no money on that? Getting that into the dry cast containers. Tell me lies, tell me sweet little SMR lies. Stevie Nicks grew up here. Remember when she went crazy? When her uncle died of leukemia? And Robin Anderson died of what, the disease I have, AML leukemia? And had to take the baby, her friend at Arcadia High. Down this stretch they come. Joel Rosario? No, Eddie Rosario. What about Santa Susana, man? When girls. The Motley Crue's little girl died at 11 and he went after him. Neuroblastoma. My nephew has little neuroblastoma. He's fighting for his life. I was given 2 months to live 10 years ago. Allie's little sister's fighting ALL right now. She's in primaries. All bald heads. SMR. The inception is here in Utah, and nobody fought him. So I'm right inside there. They got a table. There's videos to prove it, and I videoed it. And I go in getting into it. They called the cops on me. Of course, security. They had these punks, and they got stupid with me on cancer. And I'm like, they got violently shit on the phone to fuck off. Here come the cops. I know all the cops here. They're like, no, Kevin Blanch has every fucking right to video you guys, whatever. You back the fuck off. I remember her at the table told me, have you seen Pandora's Promise? Yeah, I broke the fucking bottle with a fucking bat. Huh. You know what, Greenpeace, Sierra Club, and all those fucking so-called fundraisers, Hill of Utah, which I'm one of the original members, Matt got threatened so hard, now they're panty painters. We started as anti-nukers. They're like Alec Baldwin with a fucking stunt gun. How is that even possible that happened? That's Bruce Lee's son. How is that even possible? Number one, it had to be something besides a blank. Number two, he had to point it at her. Number three, I mean, I don't know. The place has lost its fucking mind. We paid the price in Utah. Downwinders. Yet we're going to fund. We are the inception. Utah. So AMPS was for wind and solar. They went inside the legislature and changed that to SMRs were green. It was flush full of money and they stole it. Tim Martin lives in Corvallis up there. He says NuScale was driving around Bugattis, Lamborghinis. They're never going to do anything. They've already got $400 million out of your bill here in Utah. The ratepayers. It comes out of your bill, out of your electric bill. It was never intended to be looted. They just stole it, and you had one person fighting him. You had Kevin Blanch full of cancer. Kevin reached into the bag, and he slung the stone. And that stone struck the nuclear giant in the head. So when the propaganda machine, which you watch, because Stephen Bechtel, if that's alright, I'm a rainbow striped freaking. You're paid to put triple liners around Hanford. How come you didn't? And what did you do with the money? He threw it right back on the ground. Don't look at me. Price Anderson, you're the ones that do this. You're the ones that keep up in the immunity law. We kept the money and hired PR firms to go after anti-nuclear activists. And by the way, it's legal because of Congress. What NuScale did in Utah as far as the bribes was not legal, and I proved it. And I went to the FBI. In Ohio, at least they busted them. They busted the bribees, but they won't touch the bribers, Rahm Emanuel and crew. Illinois, same thing. In South Carolina, he's going to prison. He already did. One of them blew their heads off in Illinois. Larry Householder's headed to prison. But the bribers, Exelon, Stats King Cuomo, bank ballot on chemo in New York, $7.6 billion in Utah, all over. The federal subsidy's not enough. The worldwide subsidy's not enough. They get all the money. State ballots. They're going to have a local. They're going to have a bake sale at your local PTA. Come get your yellow cake, and these people will suck up and believe. So when you look at the thing, you're thinking, God, the United States, including this newspaper article, says the United States is all in. They are all in. But remember this, the reality and the truth, Kevin Blanch and the Michael Jordan of the anti-nuclear movement. Oh, I win. We had 104 nuclear reactors from Fukushima in the United States. We're down in the 60s. We'd have been declared down in the 40s if it wasn't for these bailouts. Tick-tock, Diablo Canyon clock. It shuts down next year and we're going to be nuclear-free California. The sun shines all day, every day here. Why are we not all solar? Not much money in harnessing the sun. You know, Musk is a fraud. Gates is a fraud. They're all frauds. They're imperialist. So, that's where I went to art school right there. Brooks Hall. He's still alive. I think he's 102. He was Marilyn Rickles' personal anchor. Oh yeah, the Federal Reserve's named after that guy. He used to call me and my twin sister Hansel and Gretel. I want to say this to all Utah legislators and everybody that's gone along with this. Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lesson. No such thing. It's a big loot job. It's all lies, and you can go along. But the undercurrent, and why is the undercurrent? All know. These Kevin Blanches had in excess probably of 70 to 80 million YouTube views. I used to have, YouTube sent me a link says I had the highest retention. Not top 1/10 of 1%. YouTube sites in the world, I was in the top 10 of retention. What do you think flipping the soup can was? My art degree. I knew the art of communications. This started out with a fight with another professor on the art of communication. I knew this was literature and it mirrored copyright law on publish. The United States Supreme Court ruled that a YouTube video's digital copyright is published copyright. It's not television, it's not radio. Under published copyright, Misty's a copyright guru in there. Her and I worked on this together. I can say what the fuck I want. Of course, until YouTube started kettling. But my lightning got out of the bottle. My toothpaste is out. With counted so-called abstract views, they will tell me alone that YouTube will tell me I've had over 70 million views, and I've made the front page of multiple. My retention is the highest in the world, so they can propaganda, but trying to stuff Kevin Blanch, it's lightning back in the bottle. I took a bat and I broke that bottle. The toothpaste, they're trying to put Kevin Blanch toothpaste back in the tube. It's already out. Can't be done. I did all the work when it needed to be done. That's what great art does. It does it when it needs to happen. The SMR, little nuclear lie, the birthplace here, the nuclear energy's done. They don't know they're done. And you know, I remember one of the old mentors told me, Kevin, don't worry about it. Do the work. God will take care of the rest of these fucking pro-nuclear freaks. He'll count them. My grandpa used to say, I had 6 grandsons. Just enough for pallbearers. The old timers around here used to say it really perfectly. Fuck them all but 6. Save them for ball bearers. You know, and Mark Hoffman, the greatest forger in human history, did his work right there. Melvin Dumar forged how to use will right there. Mama K. Brody's great PhD downtown Weber State. Edward Abbey right there. Right there. The good, the bad, the ugly. That's Weber State, right? Tell me lies, tell me sweet little SMR lies, tell me lies. They're fucking done. Anybody that's supporting them, you're on the wrong side of fucking history. And if you're a contemporized YouTube site at this point, you're a fraud, because that's all they promote. They filter me, they kettle me, I'll kettle you. Huh. One last thing, all you NBA superstars and all you YouTube vlogging superstars and all you celebrityism, you just keep your mouth shut on Fukushima. Damian Lillard, where's your fucking crown? Where's your crown? Where's your crown? Where's your crown? Heat bubble of the Russianites, what about Fukushima? What about Fukushima? One word, if you want to be an anti-nuclearist. You don't even need to have a quantum physics background, which I have. You don't need to have a zoology background, finance background, which I have. You just need to know the word. Fukushima. Where's your fucking crown, all of you? Where's your crown? You'll get your turn. 10 years ago, fighting for my life with that, my leukemia. When your crown king, nothing.